So this is Caroline's life class, things I know that I know are not in a book and literally I've lived through. And you can't learn it in a classroom unless I start that class. And this is just a few things that, sometimes people ask me, so how do you know that? I'm like, well, so-and-so told me, okay? One of the other things I think I learned, and it was one class. Sometimes all you need is a person who says one thing. And powerful class was from Gerald Mahinder, and this was in my transition period. Oh great, something in my eye. No, let's keep it there. It means I'm human. Okay, we're good. This was in my transition period from Capital to KISS, and I remember asking Gerald Mahinder at the time, do I take this job? And at that very time, Gerald had just left Standard Chartered and gone to KBL. And even before I got into asking him about, I have this job offer, what do I do? I asked him, why are you in a brewery? Because when I first met Gerald Mahinder, he was a finance director at Standard Chartered. And I thought, wow, he's completely, your quintessential mathematics, finance geek, okay? So when you hear he's at a brewery, you're like, huh? And he said, sometimes in life you need to move horizontally to move vertically. And in Gerald's case, it was very simple. Where he was at Standard Chartered, there was no more headroom for him. And he had to go to the place where there could be the headroom for him to move up. Sometimes you need to move horizontally to move vertically. And that was the same case for me at Capital. The Jam was a fantastic show. But as true as the sun will rise tomorrow, I'd never have been given a primetime show. Not evening drive, not morning. Linda's DNA for how that station looked and how she had worked it in her mind, and remember, she is a custodian of the brand, was that for her anchor for the morning show would have been male, would have been white, and over 30. At the time, I was female, not changing that. I was black, that hasn't changed, and I was under 30. So Gerald asked me, are you ever going to get this position that they're offering you at KISS 100 at Capital? And I told him no. And he said, okay, then you move. And it's, over time, it kind of played in my head and I understood. Sometimes you must move horizontally to move vertically. Because half the time you're actually trying to move up. But when there is no more headroom, what do? It's the same thing about coming off air. I had gotten as far as I could get on The Big Breakfast, but there was no other show to get on to, okay? So I had to get out horizontally to move vertically. And I think a lot of us are afraid of making that transition horizontally because it's weird, it's in a strange direction, it's in a new place, and what you keep doing is hitting your head against the ceiling that won't crack. So if you don't want to play that game, Gerald Mahinder said it to me, sometimes you need to move horizontally to move vertically. It works. It's worked for me.